Well, hello, David. Really nice of you to talk to us. Thanks for taking time away from your dinner to come and speak to us. So just really want to get your thoughts on this evening, really, and the charity. And is it your first time at this dinner, or did you come last year?
No. I came last year, and actually, I went. The first time I went, I've got some friends who work with Tesco, and Tim Mason, who's one of the top guys at Tesco, got in touch and talked to me about this badgers ride and barking badgers thing that he did. All sounded a bit crazy, and so I went along, and then I realised and got introduced to Action Medical Research, and this is quite a few years back now, and I've tried to go every year since, and not only is it a great opportunity to ride with friends and and the cycling side, but from a charity point of view, it's something that's very, very close to my heart with young kids, and the research that they do is so important, and it just chimes with me. So anything I can do to help, anything I can do to support such a worthy cause, then I'm all for it.
Great. And so sort of turning to sort of 2011 and next year, obviously you've got your Team GB work and also the Team Sky work. How difficult is it juggling the two?
Well, it's hard. It's not hard actually. It's a lot of work, but I think the bottom line is you've got to have good people around you. All I do is try and conduct an orchestra, and then it's all dependent on the quality of the orchestra members, and of course you need the riders first and foremost, and we've got a fantastic squad of riders in Sky and a fantastic squad of riders in GB, and then it's about the coaches, and we've got great coaches, and the support staff, and so I'm pretty confident in the people that we've got around. So it's a challenge, but they dovetail quite well into one another. So as the road season finishes, the track season's picking up. Yeah. So it enables us to, as long as we keep working all year round, then we can pretty much do everything really. So it's okay.
Yeah. And especially with so many of the Team Sky guys being British guys as well. So you obviously know them from a long time back. That must make things maybe easier from a certain point of view.
Well, it does, and I think certainly when pre-Team Sky, particularly for the men's endurance riders, it was a question of negotiating with their pro teams, see if they could get released to go and do such and such a World Cup and get some time with a squad. Whereas now, of course, being in charge of their road programmes and the GB squad, we can make sure that the riders get the optimal road racing programme and training camp programme to make sure that they're as well prepared as possible for whatever goals they want. Yeah. So it makes life a lot easier, to be honest.
Good. And in terms of Team GB, obviously the next sort of 6 to 8 months are going to be crucial. How's it going now? You've sort of started in earnest? So your own sort of preparations probably started a long time ago. But in terms of the boot camp, how's that going so far?
Well, I think we've had our first outing from a racing point of view, and certainly there's been some very encouraging signs there. But like all teams, there's some hard work to be done between now and the Olympics. The teams work very hard to this point in time, but I think now it's a question of process. You've got to focus on the process. You've got to focus on the training day to day. You've got to make sure everything's right around that, and not worry too much about the outcome just now. And that's what we'll be doing. And I think there's a high motivation amongst all the riders. They're very committed. They want it really badly, and they're up for it. So it's a question now of just getting the training done and getting back to racing.
Good. And after such an amazing showing in Beijing, do you and the riders feel under any extra pressure? Not just because it's in London, which has its added pressures, but also because of the rich success you had last time round?
No, not at all. I think Beijing was Beijing. You can't look back in sport. You've got to look forward. And the opportunity to race in front of a home crowd in the home games is a massive opportunity. It's not a threat in any way. Yeah. So, we've got to forget what happened in the past. You've got to look forward always in life. And it's a new team, gets new riders. The world's changed. Yeah. It's a big event. It's a new event. It's got nothing to do with what happened 4 years ago. So let's be excited about that. Let's see it as an opportunity and go there and make sure that we're the best that we can possibly be and on a given day, a given time, and a given race. Right. Take it from there.
Okay, and just before I let you go, just in terms of Team Sky, focusing on that just for a second, are you happy with the business that's gone on in the off-season? I mean, you've a lot of the promising young riders have obviously extended their contracts, so from a continuity point of view, that must be great. And also the benchmark signing of Cav.
I think you're absolutely right. First things first, it was keep the core of the team together and make sure that we recontracted them and allowed them the chance to keep on developing. I think we actually, during the course of this season, I think, Brad led the team really well, and the team pulled together. We had a good classics campaign, and then we went into the Grand Tours and really got it right, I think, this year. And you could feel the camaraderie, the unity, the team spirit starting to really develop. And I think following, Geraint won in Bayern Rundfahrt, and he created a bit of momentum there, and we really went on a roll after that. Coming right through to obviously the results in the Grand Tours and Edwald's rise in the Tour de France. So that's important to keep what we've created, and then it's the question was, how do you develop the team? And we've signed quite a few riders. So obviously Mark's been the headline signing. But we've also signed riders in other areas to really solidify and strengthen a team
on an all-round basis.
Absolutely. So we thought long and hard about very very pinpointed riders that we wanted to sign. So the likes of Richie Porte and young Colombian Sergio Luis Henao, Bernie Eisel. A lot of experience, a real kind of leader on the road, very, the kind of rider that we would really thought would benefit us in the classics. And Danny Pate, excellent work, an excellent rider in his own right, and, very important to the team. And the young rider in Luke Rowe. So across the board, we were looking to try and develop. Konstantin Svitsov was, we see him as an all-round rider, great climbing ability, and so we really felt we could strengthen the team in depth, and I think that's what we've done.
Well, listen, thank you ever so much for your time, David. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and best of luck on both counts for next year.
Thanks, we'll do our best.
Okay.